Okay, so this isn't really gaming news related exactly, but it does tangentially have to do with gaming. Tangentially is a bit bigger than my vocabulary, but whatever. There's a man in England named Anthony Bray. His age is 48, and he got sentenced to 4 months in prison for possession of a Master Sword. At the time of filming this video, this happened yesterday and on July 2nd, 2024. And what did he get arrested for? It was a 6-inch replica of a Master Sword. It was reportedly inside the sheath, but it could easily be popped open. So I gather that it was some sort of leather opener. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can read the full story. This man was walking in the street, sword in the sheath, but it was in his hand and it was publicly displayed, and he apparently there was a few officers in the street that he was walking by, and as he was approaching, the officers arrested him for carrying a blade. Anthony claims that he didn't intend to like stab anybody with it or anything like that. It was just that was more of his like fidget spinner or something. Bray admitted that the item could have been used, but that wasn't his intent. But the police have a zero tolerance policy of a pointed blade of anything like this in public. And I don't necessarily blame them, but at the same time, I mean, 4 months seems a little bit excessive, like the response on Twitter is just wild. When you follow Wario64, you usually think of stuff like gaming deals and other things. You don't really expect him to tweet that some guy got arrested for a Master Sword. Max says sharply pointed item which could be used as a weapon, pointing to a pencil, very sharp. Double Dip says 4 months for a Zelda toy is crazy. Silent Dad Plays Games says, bruh, he went to jail for a letter opener. Sad. And then there's a lot of people just calling for this guy's release. And it definitely seems right to me. I mean, like, you don't want to be carrying a weapon in public, but 4 months for something small like this seems a little bit excessive. So it's crazy to see that even when the Nintendo ninjas aren't involved with things, that people are still getting harsh punishments for Nintendo items. It's just kind of weird. I have a knife that I keep in my pocket sometimes, but I mean, I don't ever flash it in public. That's where I could see that where Anthony Bray got it wrong. I mean, it was kind of just, fidgeting with it in public, but again, at the same time, it was sheathed. It's not, it really should look like a toy to the officers. So editing Josh here, I just wanted to make note that they knew this was 6 inches because they used a high ruler. I'll show myself out. And in addition, I mean, I too have a Master Sword that I bought that actually a friend got for me for Christmas. It is a really dull blade, and I'm pretty sure that if you follow Wood Hawker beat 'em ups, that he has this exact same one. So Wood, if you're seeing this, I would love to see yours someday. I'm pretty sure this is the same one. I don't know. I mean, the laws are different in the United Kingdom versus the United States. Hopefully, this is not too damaging to the man's job and his image. And, I really hope this is more of just like a slap on the wrist than anything. Even in addition to this, he still had to pay some money to serving, in addition to serving in prison for 4 months. He has to pay £154. Personally, I would have thought one of the other, a fine or the time. Hopefully, hopefully he learns from this and doesn't do it again. But the whole thing is just wild. We live in 2024. A man got arrested for carrying a Master Sword. I mean, look at this poor guy. I mean, I feel for him, Tell me what you think in the comments section below. I mean, should are the police right for arresting this guy? Are these guys are these guys, way too punishing on this guy? Let me know in your thoughts below, and I'll see you on the next one.